We've all heard the term look ahead being used when talking about cubing, but what does the term really refer to? Online, I often come across comments like, when should I start using look ahead? Or how do I learn look ahead? And if you're asking these questions yourself, you're asking the wrong questions. In this video, I will explain what look ahead really is. Let's use a non-cubing example to demonstrate the concept. I hope that many of you know the game Mario Kart. It's basically a racing game. So here's an image from the game. Pretend that you were the player. If the race were going on, you would be looking here naturally. Now why is that? Well, this area gives you the most information about what's going to come next, such as this turn over here and this larger turn here. Now you could get by with just dealing with the turn when you get to it, but if you're prepared, you know exactly when to expect the turn, and you're more likely to turn smoothly without bumping into any walls to slow you down. In this scenario, you looked at the part of the screen that gives you the most information so that you're likely to finish the race faster. Now, what does this have to do with cubing or look ahead? Well, look ahead in cubing is the exact same concept. During a solve, looking ahead refers to looking at parts of the cube that give you more information about a later step, so that you can solve the cube quicker. Technically, you've been using look ahead every single time you solve a cube. Otherwise, there would be an abrupt and long pause after every step of your solve. So how can you improve your look ahead abilities? Let's go back to the Mario Kart example. It made most sense to look here because that was the place that gave you the most information, but also because this part and this part don't give you any new information, and that's very important. You can use this knowledge when solving a cube by actively not looking at the places that will not give you any new information. Now this seems obvious. Of course you wouldn't look at the pieces that are already solved, but there are other things that you have to actively not look at, and those are the pair that you're already doing and the pieces that you've seen and have planned how to do. Let's look at an example on the cube. In this solve, I had my first pair planned out, so until this point, I did not make an attempt to look ahead. When I got to this position, however, I started looking around the cube for my second pair, as I did not plan it in inspection. As I had already planned that I was going to do the orange-green pair as my first pair, there was no reason for me to keep looking at it, as I already knew the solution. Instead, I scanned the cube as I was doing the algorithm, and I saw this red-green corner. I noticed that the edge that was in the front right was red and blue, and that all four edges on top were yellow, which means that the red-green edge had to be in one of the back two slots. I spotted it in the back left and I did the pair. The reason I was able to transition well into my second pair was because I started looking for it early on, as early as I could, giving me as much time as I needed to find it, as opposed to when I already inserted the pair and needed to find it. Additionally, I knew my F2L case as well, and was confident enough to proceed with the moves with limited information. If you want to have a fluid solve with no pauses, you need to find the solution to the next pair before you finish executing the current pair, and in this solve, I was able to do that for the most part. From there, it's just a matter of how fast you turn, which depends on how confident you are with your cases. Overall, the two ways that you can improve your look ahead are to have a mindset of looking away from the useless information, and by simple, straightforward practice. Practicing makes you more comfortable with each F2L case, and your recognition is bound to improve the more you see and execute a case. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe and share this video with a friend, leave a comment and turn on notifications, and I'll see you in my next video.